Hello, air signs, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. This is going to be your reading. I'm Shana Renee, by the way, if you're new here. All right. Whoa. And any information you need to know about me or my services concerning tarot, astrology, coaching, guidance, everything's in the description box below. All right. And if you like this video, please do hit like and subscribe. All right. Let's see. We're going to use what's the vibe deck for you guys to start off. What is the vibe for my air signs? What is the energy? What's the vibe for my air signs? Okay. We have masculine energy, authority, discipline, and father figure. It did come out in reverse, but I'm going to take it up, right? But for somebody, this could be like being overly in your masculine energy. Remember, masculine is not feminine, it's not about male, female, right? It's about effort. And masculine energy is effort, it's action. Okay, it goes after things. It's the energy that sets goals and puts in the physical, actionary steps to meet them, that type of thing. Okay, it's aggressive, it's dominant. And if with the reverse position it came out, and some of you could be overly in your masculine energy or not enough. Otherwise, um, this can be you being in your authority, being disciplined, taking those steps that you really want. This can also represent a male, masculine energy, like literally a male in your life. If you're a woman, or I mean, even if you're a man, this could be your other half. So, um, somebody who's like dominant, but also gentle at the same time. Okay. We have this epiphany card. It says untapped talents. So some of you may be in self-reflection. Yeah, some of you may be noticing gifts that you have and like putting them in action. Or you noticing them and not putting them into action. Okay, we do have lust. Okay, so some with this masculine energy, this is greed by any means necessary and considered. Some of you could be overly in your masculine energy, just stepping on toes and just being reckless, just doing whatever to get what you want. Okay, you may be realizing this, right? But some of you are starting to realize that there's a masculine energy in your life that is just lustful, and this is like all they want. Or this could be your energy being lustful over a specific person and doing the most to get their attention. Okay. let's let's see what's going on here. What is this masculine energy for air signs? What is this about for them? Okay, you have death in reverse. So there's something you don't want to change here. If you're operating too much in your masculine energy, you're having a hard time like changing and getting balancing it with being in receiving mode. If you're not doing it enough, you're like probably filled with some sort of self doubt, and it's making you not want to change that and go after something. Okay, what is epiphany? And I think you may be actually realizing these things. Okay, if this is about like a relationship or somebody specific in your life, you don't want to let them go. You don't want to let them go. I'm hearing addiction. Okay. Now we have epiphany with this Empress card. Somebody is realizing their worth here, and they're realizing that they have gifts that can pay the bills, right? Or that they can be recognized for. Also, just realizing your value and your worth in general to draw, people to you or draw things to you without you having to work too hard. Again, that balance between feminine and masculine, because the Empress is the total feminine card. She represents Venus. Okay, Libra, Taurus energy. This is the total ultimate, receiver in the tarot. Um, Allowing things to flow. Okay. The garden is full of beautiful, plants, vegetables, whatever. But even though you're realizing this about your worth, whether this has to do with going after a goal or, realizing that, hey, I don't have to work so hard, or realizing that I deserve more, there's still from this, then I'm getting out of this person, this relationship, there's still resistance to letting go of the old version of you and resistance to letting go of old situations. that is not allowing you to be both in your masculine and feminine energy equally. Okay. Okay, we do have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So yeah, Queen of Cups in reverse is like it can be emotional manipulation, right? But in this case, because we have it with lust, there's like a lack of love. This is lust, not love. Whatever this is for some of you is lust, not love. And this cannot just not just apply to relationships or a person. It can also relate to like money or things. Like, do you like what is really your drive to wanting that? Not saying you can't want something, but what's driving you? Because a lot of times people overwork themselves because they're not being driven by their true heart's desire. They're being driven by their ego and what the ego thinks it needs or wants, right? So that's something to consider, think about. But yeah, in regards to relationship, this person doesn't love you or you don't love them, or it's not real love. Like it's lust. Somebody's inconsiderate. Okay. But yeah, somebody, yeah, it's like you realize the ways you need to change air signs, but are you going to be willing to do it, right? So let's move on to the next spread. Okay, I'm gonna pull from my deck. This is called the Freedom Wings deck that I made. See, it's got a picture on it. Um, and it is available. So I don't have it on a website anymore, but you're more than welcome to leave a comment. I think I may have an email below or email or just leave a comment and I'll help you get one. Okay. All right. So what is this message for air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What's the next message for them? Okay, it's worth the effort. Okay, so some of you have an idea that you want to go after. Okay, and it is worth the effort. It's worth the effort. Give yourself a chance. Don't give up. Do the work. And it's also worth the effort to make these changes, right? That are you may be comfortable in. And then we have on the bottom, trust the process. Healing, transition, change, challenges, practice makes perfect. Focus. So like, you need to focus your attention on these change. It's on this change that you need to make and the things you need to go after. You got your wings: freedom, expansion, growth, and healing. So it can be very uncomfortable to let go of things or let go of old habits, always being, always thinking, you know. But once you do it, you get a little more free each time you do it. Okay. So what is worth the effort in specific here for my air signs? For Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I mean, really, it's whatever. Yeah. Okay. The Eight of Pentacles. It's worth it to keep putting in the work, right? Because the Eight of Pentacles is about practice. It's about perfection. It's about building a skill. And this is Pentacles. So I'm definitely getting for a lot of you, there's something you want to go after that has to do with money, business, career, and like you just maybe you have self doubt or maybe it's worth the effort for you to learn how to slow down because you need the peace. Like it's not all about the money. So either side you're on, I definitely feel like this is related to your money career situation. Okay, so it needs to be balanced out, and whichever way it is worth the effort. Okay, trust the process. I feel like that's related, you know. But what is trust the process for air signs? Ooh, okay. Four of Cups. I'm hearing somebody saying, okay, love's never going to work out for me, or something's never going to work out for me because I don't see it right now, when really it's right in front of you. Because, okay, cups are emotions. So really, this is inside of you. Okay. And you do need to trust the process. As I always tell people, don't look down. Don't look behind you. That's the past. And don't look down. There's nothing down there. You're going to miss things. Look up. Look up and ahead. Okay? You see how he's got his head down? So you don't need to be focused on the process and you don't need to focus on the process, meaning you don't need to like look at everything that's happening like, oh, this means that, this means that. That's ego judgment. You need to trust the process that this thing on the other side, right? The cup that's being offered. And because a lot of you are shutting down in the middle of the process. All right. Okay, you've got your wings. Pretty self-explanatory, but let's just get a tarot card board anyway. Clarify. Too many. Clarify. You got your wings from my air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. Okay, we got three cards, actually. Okay, we've got Page of Cups, we've got the Two of Cups, and we've got the Death card. Okay. when you make these changes, good news and good messages, good surprises are going to come into your life. Some of you, I'm feeling like this is relationship related that you need to let go of, or maybe habits in a relationship, the way that you behave in a relationship. Okay, it's not just a person, it could be your own behaviors, right? Either way, whatever it is, when you change this and let it go, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Whether, like, say if you're changing, you need to change your behaviors, um, your partner is going to start showing you much more affection, much more love, the thing that you really want, right? And there's going to be a lot more closeness. For others of you, it's about letting go of something and being surprised and trusting the process, right? That you're going to be surprised with this beautiful love that you never expected, right? Now, others of you, this is about coming into union with yourself. This is about coming into union with the divine, the spirit, as you make these changes and just getting like all these synchronicities and like just feeling very connected to yourself, to spirit, because you are one, you're not separate. And that is definitely a feeling of freedom, expansion, because when this starts to happen on the inside, so too does the world on the outside. Money, love, whatever, family, traveling, whatever it is. So yeah, air signs, that is your message. I hope you enjoyed. See you later.